Okay, folks, this will be an interesting one. This was given to me, and I just cut a piece out of it, and I screwed it up. Let's see if we can make this turn up a treat. We just had the July version just recently. It's all over now. Got to wait till December. Probably know what I'm talking about. I won't say yet what I'm talking about. I'm going to leave the contrast. Okay, let's see what this is. It is Christmas wrapping paper. So we'll just get a bit close to it and just show you some of the writing, some of the print. So this is just Christmas. So we just had Christmas in July. Unfortunately, I didn't get to spend it with my partner Luigi, who I'm currently trying to get in touch with through the TV channels, trying to get my photocopier demos like this one to go to air and so I can get in touch. And it's proven really hard, but I'm trying to hang in there and keep making my work. At least it'll be a bigger campaign if these two TV channels are taking a little bit of time to respond. It's really difficult being on your own and trying to I'm trying to make ends meet. It's really difficult. We're having a lot of trouble in this world with inflation going through the roof and the cost of living going through the roof, and yet fucking pay doesn't increase with the inflation, the income. So people are having problems making ends meet, and it must be horrible being someone who's got a mortgage. I'm so glad I don't have a mortgage, even though I sometimes wish I could live in my own place with my partner Luigi. I really miss my partner, actually. He's my friend and my soulmate, as much as he is the one that I want to marry. I really miss him, and I'm trying to get in touch with him. I think that's going to be the centre of the job. So I'm trying to get in touch with him, and it's really proven to be extremely difficult. Trying to break down the barriers, and I am disabled as well, so I have a problem with cash flow. It's not keeping up with the inflation. So my power bill, I didn't run my heater as hard as I could have. I've been running it on half. I'm not running my heater at full blast, so that'll cut the cost of heating in half. And we're nearly through winter, which is good. I'm glad. I'm really glad that we're nearly through winter. Otherwise, my power bill would be probably a lot worse. I'm just wondering. And I really miss my partner Luigi. I'm trying to get in touch with him, so I'm trying to get this material that I'm doing to go to air on the 6 o'clock news. It's not easy being disabled, having the brain damage at birth and having a cord around your neck when you were born, and having trouble at school and having trouble in the workplace. It's really difficult dealing with all that painfulness of living, not being able, having an undiagnosed brain damage and having undiagnosed high functioning autism, which used to be called Asperger's, if I'm correct. And also I do have a diagnosis for another disability, which developed later. And unfortunately, I don't want to disclose it because it's too shameful. It's got a stigma attached. So I have to just deal with that as well as the other two disabilities. And it really is difficult having multiple disabilities and trying to compete with your able-bodied counterparts. It really is difficult. That looks nice, but it's not what I want. I'm going to try and do what's known as a switcheroo. But basically, it's very difficult dealing with a world that's full of, you could say, ableism. And I feel like people who are able tend to get more glory, like they're the ones that can have the careers and the money and the success and all that. And I just feel like the 6 o'clock news is giving me the bum steer, like I'm not rich and I'm not well known as an artist. And I see sometimes they put artists on the news every now and then, and it really drives me mad because most of these artists that I see on the news, they already have success. They already had their time. They've had exhibitions, they've had shows, I know of one artist that I saw on the 6 o'clock news. She was exhibiting at the Louvre Gallery. Louvre, I don't know how to pronounce that fucking posh name of a French gallery, but it's in France. It's the Louvre, and it's a very, very prestigious, steeped in tradition gallery. And her work was there. And look at me, I'm just a pissant compared with her, and I don't get any help. You know, they don't take into consideration that I'm disabled and that I need a little bit of extra help to get my work out there. My creativity is one of the few things that has not been significantly ravaged by the disability. And I'm trying to focus on what I can do. I work in a sheltered workshop. Well, that's what they used to call it. It's now called an ADE, Australian Disability Enterprise. And it's really boring. For a person who's creative and smart, it's really boring. I'm smart in other areas. You know, I'm not totally intellectually disabled, as you can see. And that's what drives me mad, is I have to focus on what I can't do to make money. And what I can do doesn't make me any money. It takes money. Costs me loads. But this is looking good. I think we can now call this Christmas in July thingy, or post Christmas in July. Quits.